14, Ganes Herrera. Number 23, Luis Pantaleon. And number 24, Jada Boykins. Head coach, Steve Leone. And now the starting lineup for the home team, the Bears. Number 2, Anthony Vicioso. Number 5, Josh Herb. Number 14, Francisco Valdez. Number 13, Jael Martinez. And number 25, Andre Catal. Head coach, Will Yeager. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Good luck to both teams. Let's play ball.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome here inside East Gymnasium on the campus of Fort Lee High School. The setting for the 2023 Jack Reilly Holiday Tournament Final featuring the Memorial Tigers, 5-1 on the season, taking on the Bergenfield Bears, 3-3 so far this year. Hello, everybody. I'm Dan Long, joined courtside alongside Renee Matisich and Dimitri Nanis. So glad that you could join us for our 12th and final game of this holiday tournament extravaganza here from Fort Lee. We have been treated to some exceptional finishes here today on day number 3. The last game going down to a buzzer beater attempt that rattled in and out for Riverdale. Now we crown a champion here tonight. Memorial's going to be in their black and orange, Bergenfield in their white. As we get to the opening tip that's secured by Luis Pantaleon, and we are underway here for this championship round. Memorial has been dominant in their 2 wins. Bergenfield has been extraordinary in comeback fashion in both of their victories. Will Yeager, the head coach of Bergenfield, Steve Leon, the head coach of Memorial. Both teams playing hot basketball of late. Bergenfield has won 3 in a row, Memorial 5 in a row on the season. Bergenfield turning over Memorial in the first possession, and Bergenfield will turn it right back over on the other side as it went off the hands of Vital. Memorial won against Riverdale 52-42 in the opening day on Wednesday, then knocked off Old Japan 52-37 in the semifinals on Thursday. Bergenfield came from behind to beat Fort Lee in overtime 45-37 on Wednesday, and then came from behind to defeat Passaic 48-44 on Thursday night. We'll see if the day of rest has done wonders for this Bergenfield side that doesn't have that much of a bench to speak of. Another turnover for Memorial, and sloppy start to this championship final. Vicioso taking his time to survey the defense, and they get it past the timeline. Memorial now suffocating that defense. Jael Martinez, number 24, got it over in time. Inside Fatal, mid-range jumper goes. Andre Fatal, the senior, coming off a 16-point performance in the win against Passaic, gets the first points of this championship final. 2-0 lead for Bergenfield. These two sides met in this tournament 2 seasons ago. Memorial won 47-27 back on December 28th of 2021. Into the corner, Boykins for 3. Got it! Jada Boykins with a long-range offering gives Memorial their first lead of the game at 3-2. Vicioso feeding it down the middle of the lane. Francisco Valdez got it around the horn. Martinez lets the defender fly by him. Sets and fires and missing. Pantaleone's off to the races. What an exceptional athlete. Leans in, avoids the contact, and gets his first 2 points of the championship round. 5 straight points for Memorial. They want a track meet if they can get out in open space. Neither team scores a lot of points, but that full court pressure, that trap is getting to Bergenfield here in the opening minutes of the first. A turnover there for Bergenfield. Bears averaging only 42 points per game this season. Memorial 54. They lost their opening game of the season against St. Peter's Prep. They've rattled off wins since against Union City, Lincoln, Dickinson, Riverdale, and Old Tappan. Lugo, step back 3. No good. Trying to box out. Offensive rebound got into the hands of Boykins. Bergenfield does not have the same size as Memorial. They have to keep the Tigers off the glass for second and third opportunities. This possession being kept alive thanks to the efforts of Pantaleone and Boykins. Cruz across the lane, gives it over to Junior Lugo. Lugo hesitates, drives inside, foul on the floor on the dish-off attempt. That'll be the first foul of the game as we're just coming up on about 3 minutes gone by. In the beginning of this game, a foul underneath against Fatal, his first. That's significant because they're going to be relying, Bergenfield is, on their senior center staying in the game as long as possible here tonight. Finding Lugo up top off the screen. Shakes and bakes with it a couple of times. Tries to go backdoor for Cruz. Anticipated, though, by Francisco Valdez. Valdez did not play in the last game. He was significant in their win against Fort Lee. 8 points for number 14. Valdez passing it over to Jael Martinez. Martinez, a glue guy, does all the little things. Driving on the baseline. Lost some room. Martinez hesitating, getting it down low to Valdez. Reverse layup is good. Patient offense, the name of the game for Bergenfield. If they slow this game down just as they did against Passaic and it becomes more of a rock fight, that's exactly to their liking. They want a slow game, a plodding game. Memorial, they want to get out in space like they did there. A couple of touch passes leading to the uncontested layup for Jonas Herrera. Herrera had 9 points against Old Tappan, 16 in the opening round against Riverdale. He's their athletic center. 7-4 lead for Memorial. Past the midway point of quarter number 1. Long-range 3 by Fatal. They don't want that. That's not his game. Cruz down the other end of the open floor as Josh Herr tries to pick him up in transition. Here's Boykins. Boykins at 11 points in the win against Old Tappan. Junior Lugo, watched by Vicioso. Boykins will pull it out. 3:25 left to go here in the first quarter. 7-4 lead for Memorial. Cruz held only 3 points against Old Tappan in that semifinal win. Here's Lugo, averaging 9.5 points per game in this tournament. Vicioso, great on-ball defender for Bergenfield. Pries it away, and then a reach-in foul against Lugo after he had his pocket picked and was forced into the turnover. Good to see again Louis Pantaleone out on the floor. Scary moment in the last game of the semifinals. Got raked across the face, had an inadvertent finger to the eye, and also left a visible scratch on his face. He missed the whole second quarter, came back in the second half, and was outstanding in the win for Memorial. He's defending right now. Valdez camped out in the paint, patiently turned around and floated that one home. He's got 4 here in the first quarter. Again, Francisco Valdez had 8 in the win against Fort Lee. Did not play in the last game. 7-6 lead for Memorial. Pantaleon has blazing speed. Try to cross over Valdez. Stayed with him every step of the way. Around the perimeter, Lugo looking over to his bench to see what play call. Lugo with a left-hand dribble, penetrates and drives, kicks it out into the corner to Boykins. Boykins, one dribble across the lane. Back up top to Lugo. Great positional defense by Bergenfield. Not giving up easy opportunities here. Ball was pried free briefly by Fatal. He's got to be careful. He's got 1 foul. Here's Boykins alone for 3. Back iron, no good. Skying for the rebound is Jael Martinez. And Bergenfield makes the stop in that long Memorial offensive possession. Right now, this is playing to the liking of Bergenfield. Low-scoring game. Kick out in the corner. Couldn't hook it around the defender to get it to a wide-open Josh Herr, who's their three-point specialist. Turnover gives possession back over to Memorial. 91 seconds left here in the first quarter. You're watching coverage of the 2023 Jack Reilly Holiday Tournament Final. Memorial of West New York taking on Bergenfield. Pantaleon twists and fires, no good. Valdez skies for the rebound. Closing in on the final minute of the first quarter. Josh Herr has had a great tournament so far. Her off-ball cut, missed on the left-hand layup. Left it short, that would have given Bergenfield back the lead. Boykins in the open floor, tries to push the pace. Cruz, long-range 3, halfway down. Rebounded inside by Martinez. Coach Yeager calling out the instructions for his team in the half court. Closing in on the final 30 seconds of a fast-played first quarter. Not a lot of fouls, not a lot of stoppages. 1 foul apiece between both teams. Fatal switched off, Pantaleon guarding him. Out up top to midcourt to Herr. Herr has not been able to uncork a jump shot just yet, just missed on the layup. Vicioso watched closely by Cruz. Double team coming, almost a turnover produced. Cruz pops into space, could not save it, inbounds as it was going out of bounds on the far side. 6.9 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 7-6 lead for Memorial. It'll still be an inbound upcoming near their own sideline for Bergenfield. Time is of the essence. Vicioso handing it off to Herr. Over to Martinez, 2 seconds on the clock. Martinez pulls up and misfires to the right side of the rim. And a low-scoring first quarter there. Saw only 13 combined points between the two sides. And Memorial will lead Bergenfield 7-6 after the first 8 minutes of action. Fort Lee Athletics would like to thank our premier sponsor of this Jack Reilly Holiday Tournament, the Gyro Project. Please visit them at 2151 Lemoyne Avenue for a delicious modern take on what Greek food is all about. We'd also like to thank Noble Fitness, located at 2460 Lemoyne Ave. Noble Fitness, step into the most powerful version of yourself. Base Camp Fitness in Edgewater is located in the Whole Foods Plaza. Base Camp Fitness, get stronger at your level in less time. Also like to thank Anytime Fitness of Cliffside Park, a proud sponsor of the Jack Reilly Holiday Tournament. Icon Recovery in Saddlebrook are committed to being a guiding force in the journey towards lasting recovery from substance abuse. And a special thank you to Shoe Cosmetics and the Vickers family for each sponsoring this year's tournament. Dan Long, Renee Matisich, Dimitri Nanis, thanks for joining us for our 12th and final broadcast here from this year's holiday tournament event. It is always an honor and a pleasure to be on the call for all the sights and sounds here from Fort Lee's East Gymnasium. Bergenfield versus Memorial, our 2023 final. North Bergen won the championship a season ago here against Fort Lee. Memorial trying to becoming the second consecutive Hudson County team to come here and claim the ultimate championship trophy. Bergenfield with possession in the white to start off the second quarter, deflected out of play. Possession stays here with the Bears. Bergenfield started their season 0-3, but have rattled off wins against Bergen Tech, Fort Lee, and a big upset yesterday against Passaic. Memorial, again, 5 consecutive wins on their season. Trying to find their way to a championship. 3rd consecutive year both teams have been participating in this event. A foul inside after the dump off to Vital. Foul will go against Memorial and will send number 25, Andre Vital, to the line to shoot 2. Luis Pantaleon picked up the foul for the Tigers of Memorial. His first, team's first. And Vital is short on the first foul shot. Trying to tie this one up if he can convert here on this second foul shot opportunity. And he does. 3 points in the half now for Andre Vital. 7-7 your score. Full court pressure now being administered by Bergenfield. They outlet it right down the middle of the floor to Boykins. That's easy pickings for Memorial. Jonas Herrera once again swooping to the hoop for the easy layup. Memorial just quickly got it to Boykins, camped out in the middle of the floor. It became a 3-on-2 break and just a layup line drill there for Herrera. Valdez holding on to it, but didn't hold on to his pivot foot. Turns it over and leads to the turnover, giving possession back over to Memorial with a 9-7 lead. Memorial in the black and orange, Bergenfield in the white, red, and black. Lugo slowing it down. Herrera has 4 points to be the leading scorer right now in this game for Memorial. A very low-scoring start to this championship. Boykins open for 3. Halfway down, missed it. Pantaleon missed on his first tip-in. He's not denied on his second entry. Luis Pantaleon with a tip back, now with 4 points. Here in the first half, 11-7 lead for Memorial. Big crowd assembled here from Memorial, cheering on their Tigers. Dropping it off. Into the game for the first time off the Bergenfield bench, number 10, Brian Ramirez. They get it back to him. Down low to Valdez, tiptoe pass inside. Andre Vital with a leaner. He's got 5 to leave Bergenfield. He's got 5 of the Bears' 9 points. 11-9. I've been really surprised at how patient and how efficient this Bergenfield offense has been throughout the tournament. Pantaleon in the open floor, and that's going to be an offensive foul against Pantaleon. He jumped a little too early, got caught in the air, and camped out waiting underneath the rim was the defender for Bergenfield. And now Pantaleon has picked up 2 quick fouls here in the second quarter. We'll have to take a seat. 5:31 left to go in the second quarter. 11-9 the lead for Memorial. So the acrobatic forward now has to take a seat for some time here before halftime. Cruz nearly popped it free out of the hands of Martinez. In each of their first 2 games, Bergenfield has faced first half double-digit deficits. Have not faced that so far in this game. That's a hustle play by Vital. That's all hustle. Tried to get it over. Recaptures the possession but missed on the layup. And then an over-the-back foul called against Vicioso. Tried to steal it and put it up. He's going to be upset with himself. He's missed 2 layups close to the rim. I've seen both curl off. Vicioso with the foul, his first. Bergenfield's first team foul the second quarter. Defense is the name of the game right now in this game. 11-9 Memorial. More than 3 minutes into the start of the second quarter. This is a score more reminiscent of maybe the early stages of a first quarter, let alone a first half. At this rate, 40 points might be enough to win you the team championship. Dishing on the baseline, Vital with good defense. Backed out, Herrera gets it back up top to Lugo. Here's Boykins, who's had a couple of three-point shots halfway down, but rim in and out. Boykins across the lane, blocked away by Martinez. Ball is stripped free by Her. Her tries to get into the open floor, and he'll settle it down in the half court. Jail Martinez, like I said, has been doing everything. Here's Her for three. Got it! Josh Her with his first chance for a three-point shot. He knocks it in. Her continues to heat up from outside, his fifth three of the tournament. He has given Bergenfield now the lead at 12-11. Cruz all the way to the rim and finally fouled on his way up for the layup. Nobody stopped the ball. And Memorial will have a chance to tie and potentially take back the lead with Laz Cruz heading to the foul line. Valdez was the one whistled for the foul for Bergenfield. His first, team second. 3:46 left to go in the second quarter. Cruz misfiring on the first foul shot. Had 3 points against Old Tapan, 6 points on a pair of threes made against Riverdale in the opening round. Second foul shot also no good. Squandered opportunity there for Memorial, who were so good at the foul line in their first game against the Golden Hawks. They went 15 of 16 at the line in that win. Missing on a pair of foul shots there. Bergenfield still with the lead. Misfiring, Her rushing that one back, and he had more time than he even thought he did. Her playing without one of his sneakers right now on one side. Bergenfield with the loose ball. Down the other way to Her with only one sneaker on. And he lays it in. And now an equipment timeout. Talk about that heady play. Her had been tangled up, lost his sneaker, was down behind the play. Essentially, Bergenfield was playing 4-on-5. They made the stop, outletted it down to Her, who was trying to put his sneaker back on, but had to throw it away just to catch the ball. Laid it up and in with only one sneaker on. All in front of his proud father, Tom, who again is the head athletic trainer here at Fort Lee. So Her with a quick 5 points. Bergenfield with their largest lead at 14-11. Air ball shot cleaned up close to the rim once again. As Memorial will pull closer, as that was number 13, Solomon Sanchez, who just came into the game, getting his first 2 points of the championship. Vicioso worked around the perimeter. Vital for three, rattled in and out. Good box out underneath by Boykins. Boykins will lead the break the other way. Cruz went right to the rim, slipped on his way up, also got undercut on the way to the rim, and that will once again, it should, send Cruz to the line with the chance to tie and even give Memorial back the lead. Are they going to say it's a foul on the floor? They will. Vital picks up his second foul. That is a big foul for Bergenfield. You'll have to hit to the bench with 2:38 left to go in the second quarter. Don't expect to see the starting center back for the remainder of this first half. So is deemed not to be in the act of shooting. Memorial will have to set up in the half court. Down by one, 14-13. Pick and roll inside. And is there a foul underneath? It was a foul on the pass. It looked like it was going to be just going up for it, but Memorial was fouling. Memorial was fouled on the pass. Foul was against Josh Her. Her's first, fourth for Bergenfield. Foul shots the rest of the way in this quarter now for Memorial, and Coach Leon will call for a timeout as he wants to draw something up for his offense that has been rather stagnant here in this second quarter of play. Memorial has only scored 6 total points in the second, and they trail by one, 14-13. As you're watching all this coverage, courtesy of our proud sponsors here of not only this Jack Reilly Holiday Tournament, but also our broadcast sponsors that help bring you the sights and sounds of all of our YouTube broadcasts. The law offices of Deborah L. Pico, LLC, Sedona Tap House, the finest construction, and Fort Lee, SC. Josh Herr and Andre Vital, each with 5 points apiece to be the leading scorers for Bergenfield. Jonas Herrera and Luis Pantaleon, each with 4 points apiece to lead Memorial. Worked around, long-range three, no good. Herrera with the rebound. Put back attempt on the mid-range jumper, no good as well. Coming up on the final 2 minutes of the first half. Vicioso. Had that one deflected away into the hands of Francisco Valdez. Inside, it's number 12, Jordan Martinez, who got fouled in the act of shooting with 1:51 left to go in the second quarter. And Martinez, who started in relief of Francisco Valdez in the last game, will head to the line to try to shoot a pair. Martinez played a great game against Passaic in that come-from-behind victory. As Martinez missing. Herr will be subbed off. Onto the floor for the first time for Bergenfield is Yanier Rodriguez. Second foul shot is good this time for Martinez. He goes 1 of 2 at the line. Now a little more full court pressure being displayed by Bergenfield. Their lead is 2, 15-13. Coming up on the final 90 seconds of the first half. Cruz. Shifting gears to Lugo. Boykins. Defender fell down in front of Boykins, and Boykins takes full advantage as he gets the 2 to go. Jada Boykins now with a game-high 5 for Memorial. Game is tied 15-all. Vicioso, the senior point guard, tries to kiss it in off the glass, no good. Valdez with the offensive putback, it's good. Francisco Valdez with a game-high 6 for Bergenfield. As we close in on the final minute of the first half, 17-15 lead for the Bears. Worked around, Herrera, step back 3, swishes it home. Jonas Herrera from downtown. He's got 7 for Memorial in the first half. Both teams trading the lead. Memorial now taking an 18-17 lead. 40 seconds left to go before the break. First 3 since Boykins' 3 in the first quarter for Memorial. Martinez looking for Vicioso, and Coach Yeager's going to have to call a timeout because he wants to bring on his sharpshooter, Josh Herr, back onto the floor with 24.3 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Memorial on top of Bergenfield, 18-17. Again, we'd like to thank all of our proud sponsors that you see on your screen in front of you. Thank you for helping to make this a great tournament here in 2023. Started off our Day 3 coverage with Fort Lee with a dominant performance in their win against Secaucus in game number 1. Old Tappan held on late for a 2-point win in the third place game against Passaic in game number 2. In game number 3, it was a thrilling finish. Riverdale lost at the buzzer against North Bergen, and now in this one, the championship showdown for the Jack Reilly Holiday Tournament title. Memorial leading Bergenfield 18-17. Inbound in the backcourt, Vicioso bringing it down. Herr is the shooter to the right side. Here he is now with the ball. Active zone against Memorial. Vicioso working it around. Over to Martinez. Martinez trying to find a cutter in Valdez. Jumping it down low to Martinez. Tie-up ensues inside. Jump ball. Possession arrow will give it back over to Memorial. No shot opportunity there for Bergenfield as they held possession for about the last 40 seconds or so of the half. Memorial will send it in, and Cruz from three-quarters court. And that'll do it for a low-scoring but entertaining first half of play here from East Gymnasium at Fort Lee. At the break, Memorial on top of Bergenfield by a score of 18-17. Stick around, fans, as we'll be back for the start of the second half of play as you're watching exclusive broadcast coverage of the 2023 Jack Reilly Holiday Basketball Tournament here on the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody, inside East Gymnasium, where we're moments away from the resumption of play and the start of the second half of this Jack Reilly Holiday Tournament final as Memorial leads Bergenfield 18-17 after the first 16 minutes of action. Bergenfield, for the third consecutive tournament game, trail at halftime, but this is their smallest deficit compared to being down even in the first game, 21-9 against Fort Lee, and trailing at least 8 points in their last game at the break against Passaic. Now only down by 1 here against Memorial. Taking a look at the stats from the first half of play. For Bergenfield, they're being led by Francisco Valdez's 6 points in that first half of play. Josh Herr and Andre Fatal each with 5 points apiece. And Memorial also getting a balanced scoring effort. They're led by Jonah Herrera's 7 points. Jada Boykins has also chipped in 5 points for the Tigers. Both teams trying to build on their win streak so far this season. Bergenfield comes in on a 3-game win streak. Memorial has won 5 in a row, dating back to their only loss of the season in their season opener against top 10 state-ranked St. Peter's Prep. Dan Long, joined alongside by my producer, Dimitri Nanis, and our camera operator, Renee Matisic. Thanks for joining us here for another championship showdown. Memorial and Bergenfield going toe-to-toe here in a rematch of a first-round game from 2 years ago. Herr will dribble it past the timeline. He exploded for 5 quick points in that second quarter. Even got a hoop without one shoe on. Nice move down the lane, but an offensive foul. Great help defense there by Memorial as they caught Jael Martinez up in the air with nowhere to land. That'll be the first team foul against Bergenfield in this second half. Pantaleon will get called for the, Herrera will be called for the offensive foul on the other end. So was it officially a foul against Bergenfield? They have not posted a foul on the other end. Instead, that is a foul against Herrera on this end of the floor. Herr was blocked away. It was a foul. They've just put it up on the board. Weaving his way in traffic is Junior Lugo. First 2 points of the game for Lugo, who averages about 13 points a game. Bergenfield breaking the pressure, going up for the layup, but missing it. Bergenfield's missed a lot of good opportunities close to the rim. Memorial looking to stretch their lead, and they will, with Jada Boykins knocking down the 3-ball. His second 3 of the game, and a quick timeout to start off this third quarter for Bergenfield, as Memorial has now raced out to a 6-point lead, 23-17. Frantic pace, and again, that's not to Bergenfield's liking. They want a slow, methodical, boring type game. Memorial wants to have any chance to push the pace. (23-17), the Memorial lead now after a 5-0 spurt. Lugo got it going with the transition layup, then Boykins knocking down the 3. His second 3 of the game. He's got a game-high 8 now for Memorial. Full court pressure being brought on here by the Tigers. Bergenfield looks to set it up and get it over the timeline. Vicioso taking his time to Martinez. Valdez has his pass deflected, able to recover the possession. Bergenfield being pushed to the limit here to try to work with it in the half-court offense. Memorial's fans getting loud in support of their defense. Valdez curls inside, left the shot short. Pantaleon sprinting down the other way to try to beat the defense down the floor. Good tap out there by Vicioso. 23-17, 6:37 left to go. Memorial trying to open up this game and open up their lead. This is their largest lead of the championship. Pantaleon putting his head down and one. We saw this throughout the course of this tournament. When he has his mind set on something, there aren't that many players that can physically stay in front of him with his quickness. Luis Pantaleon, 6 points in this final. The foul went against Valdez, his second. And the three-point play is finished off with the foul shot. Pantaleon now with 7 points. Some true adversity here. Herrera with the putback, and it's going to be a foul, and an offensive foul against Herrera. Martinez was camped out underneath, waiting for Herrera to lean into him. Second foul against the starting center for Memorial. Bergenfield had just turned it over and bailed out by Martinez's defensive play. Latal getting it over to Vicioso. Here you go again with a full court pressure getting to Bergenfield. Quick passing this time finds her in the open floor. Latal will get it back up top to Jael Martinez. 26-17. Bergenfield has yet to score in this second half. Coming up on 2 minutes gone by. Open, Valdez straight away. Huge shot there. Francisco Valdez dials deep. 9 points for him. Only the second made three of the game for Bergenfield. 26-20, deficit down to 6. Now chance of defense from the Bergenfield faithful have been relatively quiet. There's a tie-up. It's going to be a timeout taken by Memorial. As we slow things down here, 5:37 left to go in the third quarter. 26-20, Memorial on top of Bergenfield. Fort Lee Athletics would like to thank our premier sponsor, the Gyro Project. Please visit them at 2151 Lemoyne Avenue for a delicious modern take on what Greek food is all about. I'd like to thank our other sponsors of this Jack Reilly Holiday Tournament: Noble Fitness, Base Camp Fitness, Anytime Fitness, Icon Recovery, Shoe Cosmetics, and the Vickers family. Third year that I've had the privilege of calling the sights and sounds of this holiday basketball tournament, and there's just something about playing for the tournament championship. Great atmosphere, good crowd again, and it's a fun one to call here. It's been a fun day of basketball. Out of the timeout, the inbounds, Martinez got a hand in the passing lane. Her tucks his head down, kicks out of Vicioso, did not go for the three. Her alone in the corner, got it swatted away though. Didn't have it cleanly out of his hands, lost the handle. Pantaleon benefits the other way. 9 points for Louis Pantaleon. He's come alive here after having 4 total points in the first half. 8-point lead for Memorial, 28-20. You're going to hear the chants of defense emanating from around East Gymnasium from the Tiger faithful. Looked like it might have been a kick ball. Possession will stay here with Bergenfield. 4:59 left to go in the third quarter. 28-20. Memorial leading Bergenfield. Martinez inside. Try to kick it out to her. Bergenfield had slowed this game down in the first half. Here's her from three. Got it! Josh Herr from deep. Patient offense leads to the second three of the game for her. He's got 8. 28-23. Good hustle by Martinez to knock up the ball that was intended for Pantaleon. Here comes her in the open floor. So now the pace is starting to quicken for both teams as they've started to both put on the full court pressure. Vicioso across the middle of the lane got stripped before he can go up cleanly with it. Here's Junior Lugo. Looking to establish Pantaleon down low on the block. Missed it with the defender on his back underneath. Pantaleon getting the 2. And a technical foul thrown against Pantaleon for taunting after his defender was staring at him on his back. That is the right call. Pantaleon did not need to have to taunt. Referee saw it all the way, and now Herr will head to the line to shoot the technical fouls. Her misfires on the first. Xavier Ibar was trying to check into the game. Now another technical foul upcoming. Again, after the taunting technical went against Pantaleon, that counted as a foul. Now his third foul of the game. Hurd does go 1 of 2 at the line. He's got 9, 30-24. Again, while only 1 point there for Bergenfield, more importantly, that's the third personal foul against Pantaleon. He picks up another one here. You'd have to think he's going to sit for the majority or the entirety the rest of this third quarter. Vicioso. Deflected pass. Martinez got caught traveling as he tried to corral that errant pass in with one arm. Memorial breaks through the pressure. Dumps it down low to Boykins, and Boykins got fouled. And it looked like he was on his way up with the shot as well. It will be a 2-shot foul upcoming for Jada Boykins. Foul went against Francisco Valdez, and for Valdez, that is his third foul of the game for Bergenfield. Boykins rattles in the first foul shot. 9 points for the senior. At 11 points against Old Tappan, 7 points against Riverdale. Second foul shot is short. Fatale with a rebound. 31-24. It was a 1-point lead at the break for Memorial. Fatale, skies high, gives it to her in the corner, no good. Fatale initially had placement underneath the rim on the far block, didn't go up initially with it, and then got fouled. To the dismay, we should say, of Junior Lugo, who disagreed with the call. Emotion starting to get the better of some of these players. For Junior Lugo, that is his third personal foul. And Bergenfield with some crucial misses at the foul line right now. Fatale 1 of 3. Second foul shot also no good. Fatale 1 of 4 at the line. Wide open was Ibar in the corner. Wide open underneath is Ferreira and gets it to go. Jonas Herrera. After his great defense by Fatale of not leaning to maybe elicit a foul against him, Herrera still showing off his strength. 9 points for Jonas Herrera. Memorial making a move here. Her swatted away in the middle of the lane. Here comes Memorial on the open floor. Lugo sidesteps to the defense, lays it in with a finger roll finish. Timeout on the floor for Bergenfield. Largest lead of the game is 11 here for Memorial. With 2:28 left to go in the third quarter, Memorial out in front 35-24. Defense leading to offense. A block shot on one end leading to a layup by Lugo on the other end. Before that, Jonas Herrera with his first points of the second half. He's got 9. Balanced approach in the scoreboard here tonight for Memorial. Luis Pantaleon with 11. Jada Boykins with 9. Jonas Herrera with 9. The 3 leading scorers for Memorial. And Bergenfield, well, the offense is run dry here for a team that, again, only averages 42 points per game. They have not been finding easy and early offense here in the third quarter. This game has opened up. Memorial, with their success, have gotten their fans into it as well. And the Tigers clawing their way to an 11-point advantage, 35-24. Out of the timeout, now full court. Here comes Bergenfield in desperate need of some baskets here late toward the end of the quarter. They've taken the punches throughout this tournament. Again, third straight game they have trailed by double digits, and exactly what they were looking for out of the break. Jordan Martinez with a lay-in. Vicioso with the assist. This is not unfamiliar territory for the Bears. And now a turnover. Boykin shuffled his feet right at mid-court. Bergenfield will get the ball back with 2:03 left to go in the third, down by 9. Vicioso. Three-point line extended, now getting it to Fatal. Here again into the hands of Jordan Martinez, finding Fatal cutting across the lane. Fatal is blocked away by Herrera. Boykins losing the handle. Herrera tracks it down. He tries a hard bounce pass. No kick on that. Kind of surprised. It looked like it should have been a kick. Instead, it leads to two the other way for Yadier Rodriguez. 4-0 spurt by Bergenfield out of their timeout. And a timeout's going to have to be used again by Steve Leon as his team was struggling to bring it up the floor. This is all with Pantaleon on the bench as well. That's where that technical foul looms rather large right now. That was his third personal when he picked it up after taunting after a made layup. 35-28, Bergenfield, as they've been showing throughout this entire tournament, just refuse to go away. They have this staying ability that keeps it close, and if they can factor into the game in the fourth quarter, then it's anybody's ball game. 35-28, the deficit for Bergenfield here. 3-3 on the season. Started off the year with losses against Dwight Morrow and Ridgefield Park and Ramapo, the defending state champs in Group 3. Have bounced back with a win just before Christmas against Bergen Tech and their two wins in this tournament against Fort Lee and Passaic. Memorial again lost in their season opener 54-29 against St. Peter's Prep, but have been perfect since then. 3-point win against Union City, a blowout win against Lincoln, blowout win against Dickinson, and then double-digit victories in this tournament against Riverdale and Old Tappan. Sorting things out at the scores table. Sounded like it was two timeouts at the disposal of Memorial for the remainder of this game. 35-28. Memorial will inbound it. Again, struggling to get it in. They just get it to Boykins. Boykins kicks out in the corner. Cruz thought about the three, thought better of it. Passed it up. And now it works around here to Lugo. Junior Lugo with 4 points, all of which have come in this third quarter. 1 minute remaining in the third quarter. Memorial deciding to take a little air out of the basketball. Holding here, potentially for the final shot of the quarter. Leading by 7. Martinez trying to extend the pressure. He does, forces the turnover. Vicioso was tugged on a little bit, but they're going to say no foul. Last touch off of him. Possession back to Memorial. 47.1 seconds left to go in the third. Defense has been extraordinary for both teams in this game. Lugo shadowed every step by Vicioso. Boykins. Cruz, who's scoreless in this championship game. Lugo finding some space, sidestepping a defender. Boykins for the three. Got it! Jada Boykins, third three of the game. He's got 12 now as the leading scorer for Memorial. A huge bucket now with 10 seconds left to go in the third. 10-point lead. Herrera with the steal. They've got time. Herrera across midcourt for three. Off the back rim, no good. And we are through 3 quarters of action here from East Gym. 38-28, the lead for the Memorial Tigers of West New York, as they're 8 minutes away from hoisting the championship trophy here from Fort Lee. Don't go anywhere, fans. We'll be back for the exciting conclusion of this one in the fourth quarter coming up next on the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel. Jada Boykins has been the best shooter in this game for either team. 3 threes in this contest, including 2 in that third quarter. Boykins now with a team-high 12 points for Memorial. And the Tigers are closing in on a potential tournament championship here at the 2023 Jack Reilly Final. 38-28. And the Tigers will possess the ball to begin the fourth quarter. Dan Long, Renee Matisich, Dimitri Nanis. Thanks for joining us all tournament long here on YouTube. Cruz being watched by her. Cruz has been held scoreless in this game. Across the lane, just inside the foul line, and he cans the 15-footer. Cruz is on the board, largest lead of the game for Memorial at 12, 40-28. Valdez, foul line extended, pass deflected around. Martinez open for the deep three, airballs it, cleaned up inside. First time by Martinez, second time also stuffed by the rim. Pantaleone, acrobatic catch, left-hand layup, no good. And he'll head to the line to shoot 2 with 7:07 left to go in the fourth quarter. Foul charge against Jael Martinez for Martinez. That is foul number 2. Team's first. Pantaleone sinks home the foul shot. He's tied with Boykins now for the team lead with 12 here in the championship. Pantaleone stepped away that time a little too early, missed on the foul shot. It's 2 of 4 at the line. 41-28. Martinez past the timeline. Watched by Cruz. Martinez lost the handle. Pantaleone was trying to fight for it, the 50-50 ball. And is that going to be a foul against her? It looks like it is. Both players were jockeying for possession, and a foul was whistled on the floor against the junior from Bergenfield. His second, team second. Quick fouls to start off the fourth quarter for Bergenfield. Down by 13. Lugo going one-on-one with Anthony Vicioso. Step back, pass it away, nearly turns it over. Saved by Boykins. Boykins got stripped by Vicioso. Down the other way, Martinez right to the rim and denied entry by Lugo. And then Lugo gets called for the subsequent hold. And for Junior Lugo, that should be foul number 4 in this game. Had an incredible block on the first shot attempt, but it came right back into the waiting hands of Martinez. And when Martinez went up, he was held by Lugo. Lugo will have to take a seat, picking up foul number 4 in the opening moments of the fourth quarter. Her open alone in the corner. 3-point shot just short. Herrera skies high. Oh, what an outlet pass the other way. Pantaleone was going up for it. And is it an intentional foul? It is. Was not playing the ball, instead played the man. And that should be 2 shots and the possession now for Memorial. And a real chance here for Memorial and Pantaleone to pull away in this fourth quarter. They will force Bergenfield's players to come off the line. It'll just be Louis Pantaleone at the foul line. Misfire there. Back-to-back misses at the line for the senior. Was incredible in the semifinals, 20-point performance against Oltapan. And he goes 1 of 2 at that stretch at the line. He's got 13. Possession stays on this end with Memorial, 42-28. Starting to distance themselves from this Bergenfield side that has been a Cinderella-like story getting their way to the finals. Pantaleone spinning inside, hook shot, no good. Herrera tied up inside. And that's going to be a held ball going the other way. Herrera was trying to stare down Jael Martinez, and Martinez just playing his hard-nosed style of basketball as well. Coming up on 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth quarter. Martinez trying to drop it off to Valdez. Valdez had a hot start to this game. He's been relatively quiet since. 9 points for Valdez in the game. Fatal, open, sets and fires, no good. Kind of rushed it there. Boykins lost control, out to Her weaving his way down the floor, getting it to Fatal. Missed the layup inside. That's been the undoing in this whole game for Bergenfield. They have been rushing the shots that they have to make close to the basket. Boykins inside, Pantaleone for the 2, and another timeout going to have to be taken here by Coach Yeager and Bergenfield. Last year we saw North Bergen come here to East Gym and be the dominant team, the no doubter as a champion. Every game was in double digits. And right now it's feeling like that's the case for Memorial. They won their first couple of games decidedly, 52-42 against Riverdale, 52-37 against Oltapan, and now they lead 44-28 in this championship final. Starting to pull away after this was a 1-point game after 1-point game at halftime. They stretched their lead to a 10-point margin after 3 when they outscored Bergenfield 20-11. And now they enjoy their largest lead at 44-28. Bergenfield has yet to score in this fourth quarter. They're still stuck on the 28 they had after 3 quarters of play. What's helped Memorial out significantly was their pressure defense, and they've sped up this game. They've been able to attack in transition to points before Bergenfield's been able to set up in their half-court defense. Isioso, double team swarming to him. Boykins gets it away. Boykins leaving off for Pantaleone. Extra pass inside to Herrera. All Memorial now. It's an 18-point lead, 46-28. Bergenfield just not able to match the intensity that Memorial has been putting forth since halftime. They played to their style of game in the first half, not so here in the second half. Fatal, a much-needed bucket inside. His first point since the second quarter, he's got 7. They need to get stops on this side of the floor now, 46-30. Cruz and company easily handle the pressure. Boykin. What a nice touch there in the mid-range game for Jada Boykins. 14 points for the senior. Valdez with a gamble defensive play inside. He gets blocked away by Boykins. Out of bounds, last touch off of Bergenfield. As we're coming up on the midway portion of the fourth quarter, 4:07 left to go. 48-30 lead for the Memorial Tigers. Pantaleone down underneath to Herrera. Pantaleone doesn't even have to score anymore to make his impact felt. He is an unbelievable facilitator as well. He's dropped a couple of dimes to Herrera here in the fourth. 20-point lead now for Memorial. Valdez into the corner. Around to the near side, look at the hustle play there by Cruz. As possession will stay with Bergenfield. 3:33 left to go. Coach Leon's side has participated in the last 2 consecutive seasons here at this tournament. 2021, they went 2-1. Their only loss was a close game by 1 point to eventual tournament champions John F. Kennedy. Last season, they went 1-2. They were defeated by Fort Lee in the semifinals and then lost in the consolation bracket to Riverdale. (50-30), full court pressure being administered by Bergenfield. As Cruz will get it in to Pantaleon. Down the near side, Pantaleon handles it himself. Boykins dribbling on the near side, tipped away by Martinez, couldn't save it. Great hustle on the play. It'll stay with Memorial. Up top, Pantaleon twisting and turning and getting it to drop. It's Memorial's night. It's Memorial's tournament. 3 minutes away as Memorial leads now by 22, 52-30. A valiant effort here in this tournament by the Bears, but they've run into a team that they cannot rally against. Memorial has just been extraordinary here in the second half. Fatal missing, trying to tip in his follow-up. Skitters out of play to the far side, last touch off of Memorial. This Tiger team is going to be one to watch for the majority of this season now and the rest of this season. Again, after losing against St. Peter's Prep, one of the top teams in New Jersey high school basketball, they have run wild on their way to their 6th consecutive win to start off this season. Valdez underneath, kicked out into the corner, high arcing 3, and Vicioso on the board for the first time in this championship round. He's got 3 points for the Bears. 52-33. 2:23 and counting left to go in the fourth quarter. Boykins will pull it out. Run a little more clock. Vicioso trying to force the steal. Three players in double figures here tonight for Memorial. 17 for Pantaleon, 14 for Boykins, 13 for Herrera. Cruz across the lane, try to force feed that one. Stolen away, quick outlet the other way. And easy two, that time for Bergenfield and Yadier Rodriguez. 1:40 and counting left to go in the fourth quarter. Across the way, it's Ibar. Pantaleon across and underneath and up and under. Louis Pantaleon, after a 20-point performance in the semifinals, 19 points here in the finals. 54-35. Dumped down low. Up and under move there by Francisco Valdez. Valdez has 11 points to be the leading scorer here tonight for Bergenfield. What a run to this tournament championship for Memorial. Third time's the charm, third straight year in this event. Pantaleon missed it. Ibar tracks it down. It's all the hustle plays now despite the large lead. Memorial doing the little things. Bergenfield turns them over. Vicioso down to the open floor. High arcing shot, no good. Pantaleon with a rebound. And it's going to be a foul whistled against Bergenfield. Their third foul of the fourth quarter. 31 seconds left to go here in regulation. It has been a well-played game, not a lot of fouls in this one. And a timeout's going to be taken as Memorial and their large contingent of fans are getting their celebration going early here. knowing that a championship is on the horizon for this Hudson County Public School. Last season, Memorial went 12-13 overall, lost to North Bergen, the team that came here to win the tournament championship a season ago. They lost to them in the first round of the North 1 Group 4 sectional playoffs. Memorial learned from that experience, have such a veteran side coming back with senior leaders, the likes of Pantaleone and Boykins and Herrera and Lugo and Cruz. All 5 starters, all seniors, but all smiles right now as they are 31 seconds away from winning what they're hoping is going to be the first of several trophies here this season. And again, a valiant effort by Bergenfield to come to the finals. But their trip will end just short as runners-up here this season. Hers 3, no good. Boykins now has it with 20 seconds left to go. Boykins will get it over to Cruz. Cruz to Pantaleone. Pantaleone blocked at the rim. Good denial that time by Jordan Martinez with 11.3 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. 54-37 left to go. 11 seconds left on the clock as Memorial will just dribble it out. Bergenfield will not foul. And your 2023 Jack Reilly Holiday Tournament champions are the Tigers of Memorial High School, who make it now 6 consecutive wins on the season by a dominant performance here. The final score, Memorial 54 and Bergenfield 37. Memorial were close a couple of years ago. As I mentioned, in 2021, they lost by only a point to the eventual champions in John F. Kennedy High School of Patterson. Last year, they were eliminated in the semifinal rounds by Fort Lee and then lost against Riverdale in the consolation third-place game. They were not to be denied here tonight, and this year they came to East Gymnasium with a job to do, and they won each game by double digits, just as North Bergen did a season ago. They won by 10 in the opening round against Riverdale, won 52-37 against Old Tappan in the semifinals on Thursday, and then here, 54-37, the final score against Bergenfield in the championship round. Congratulations to Coach Leon on the championship, as the trophies will be presented. Mike Raftery, the athletic director for Fort Lee here, who hosts this event, we thank him for allowing us once again to bring you the broadcast coverage of this entire tournament. Congratulations, Coach Yeager and Bergenfield, on a great tournament themselves, just coming up short against a veteran side. As the MVP trophy is also going to be handed out. So Hudson County goes back-to-back here at the Jack Reilly Holiday Tournament. North Bergen last year, Memorial this season. As we await the trophy presentation for players and teams. As again, Memorial getting set to be crowned the champions with the large team trophy that comes with it. The trophy's also going to be handed out to Bergenfield. The last 2 years, the runners-up have been Fort Lee. This year, Bergenfield, who knocked off Fort Lee in the opening round, will finish in second place.
The Fort Lee Athletics Department would like to congratulate the second-place team of the 2023 Jack Reilly Holiday Tournament, the Bergenfield Bears.
So Bergenfield being handed their runners-up trophy, second place.
The Fort Lee Athletics Department would like to congratulate the MVP of this year's holiday tournament to Edward Lugo of the Memorial Tigers.
Junior Lugo getting named the MVP of the tournament. Lugo had only 4 points in this final, but he's the engine of the offense.
The Fort Lee Athletics Department would like to congratulate the first place team
And the championship trophy has been handed to Coach Leon as he holds it up and the team celebrates. Again, no doubt in this one, Memorial winning the championship. Final score 54-37 as the team starts to pose with their bracket, also with their championship hardware. Again, congratulations to Junior Lugo on being named the MVP of this year's tournament. And thank you so much to all you fans for watching these games throughout the course of the 3-day event here from Fort Lee High School. We thank you for helping to support these student athletes from all 8 great high schools in what has become a great tradition here in northern New Jersey just after Christmas. I'd like to personally extend my thanks again to Mike Raftery and the athletics department here at Fort Lee. Thank you to Renee Matisich, who operated our camera system for each and every one of the 12 games. The man behind the scenes, the man who makes all these broadcasts possible is Dimitri Nanis. Without him, we would not be able to bring you the sights and sounds of this broadcast coverage. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in and watching some great basketball action. Congratulations to the Memorial Tigers on their team championship. Thank you to our great sponsors of this year's event, Gyro Project, Noble Fitness, Base Camp Fitness, Anytime Fitness, Icon Recovery, Shoe Cosmetics, and the Vickers family. So from everybody here from Fort Lee High School, I'm Dan Long saying so long and wishing you all a very happy new year and all the best in 2024. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you here next year for the 2024 Jack Reilly Holiday Tournament. Take care, everybody.